morning, everybody. Game Time Brian, otherwise known as the Mailman. Wanted to do a morning video on the way to work. Man, oh man, was the weather bad last night. We had wind gusts in excess of 60, 70 miles an hour. I didn't have power loss constantly, but I'm glad me and Primetime Phil decided to move the broadcast until tonight. Even though today's going to be very windy again, not as bad as last night. I did lose power around 8:15, so again, it flickered. But, you know, as everybody knows, when you're live streaming, you know, a flicker and you lose power, that shuts the stream down. So, smart move, Phil. Phil was having some tornado activity in Florida where he's at. If anybody saw I saw the footage of the tornadoes down near Tampa, I want to say. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to do a morning video. This is hump day. Happy hump day to everybody. We will be doing our show tonight at 8 o'clock. Wind willing, which I would imagine we would. I will have my lunchtime chat. Hopefully it's at around 2 o'clock, 1:32, but worst case it'll be 2:30. Just some interesting tidbits. You know, I was listening to 105.3 I watch it on YouTube, 105.3 the Fan this morning, and they had some cool facts regarding wild cards and the history of wild cards. Now, if anybody really cares about the line of the game, it is an indication of where the public thinks is going to happen as far as line changes and movement. The Cowboys game opened up at 7, went right to 7.5, went back down to 7, and it's back at 7.5. The over-under has moved a full point down. It's been since 1989 in the wild card round. Home teams that are favored by 7 or more points are 22-2 against, or straight up, 18 and 24, 20-2. I think it's 20-2 or 21-2, and that's straight up. Against the spread, they're like 14-4 or something like that. But basically, we have a 70-some% win chance on Sunday at 425 at AT&T. Now, my opinion, the Green Bay Packers defensively cannot handle us. We're going to score 30 points. What Green Bay does well, now my only thing is we're going to score 30. Is Green Bay going to stop us from getting a 40 burger? That would be the question. There's talk about Watkins playing. Okay, the receiver for Green Bay. Okay. What Green Bay does well is run the ball. Okay, they do run the ball well. We've been playing the run fairly well, especially with Hankins. The Buffalo game was an anomaly. Wipe that game out of the way. You could take our best game, wipe that one out. You know, like you're doing a math problem, or you want to get a good sense of what's going on. Take the high away and take the low away, and you average everything else out. Use your eyes, people. We've won our last 16 home games. We got Jordan Love. He's a talented guy. Green Bay is coming off a 3-game win streak. That's all well and good, but you're coming into AT&T, where we are on a roll. I don't think that we're going to score less than 30 points. Okay? This whole Green Bay has a running game. If this were on a road, I think it would be a closer game. I really do, because Dallas seems to not take advantage of stuff on the road. Dallas seems to keep teams in the game like Washington was, and we were down 10-7 against Washington. It doesn't seem like it, but we were losing 10-7 in the second quarter. Final score 38-10. So at home, that doesn't normally happen. We will give up one drive, and we'll be shaking our heads saying, like, what the heck? What's up with what? I mean, I'll hear loyal Cowboys say, what the hell's up with our defense? They're not ready to play. We suck. That's what he'll say, and I'll be a little upset, but again, we're scoring 30. At least. We're getting into the 30s. So, is Jordan Love going to get into the 30s with a running game? I say no. I say our way to success, especially this year, this playoff run, is going to be, like it has been all year, every year is different, we're going to have to pass to set up the run. We're going to have to get points on the scoreboard. We're going to have to get points on the scoreboard to make teams one-dimensional, and then have to follow suit and drop him back 30 times. That's the key to success. That's the key to winning. And I see us doing that at home on Sunday at 4:25. You guys have to wait for my score. I haven't had it marinate, but I think you see where I'm going here. The numbers say Cowboys. The statistics say Cowboys. The odds, everything is in the Cowboys' favor. That was the one thing about the Rams. You play the Rams, it opens up a different set of issues. My opinion, a better coach. My opinion, a less mobile but a more successful quarterback in Matt Stafford coming home, and we could see the Rams, but it wouldn't be till the championship game. It just opens up a different set of obstacles that I don't want to have to face in round one. But if we would have, we would have. Green Bay sets up perfect for us. But I want to lay this out to you. I poo-pooed this when I heard it over the last few days, but hearing the numbers about where 76% chance win percentage since 1989, teams are like 20-2 with in the wild card round being the home favorite by 7 or more points. I mean, that's straight up, people. I'm not trying to cause any issues, but God forbid something happened and we lost against Green Bay. Mike McCarthy would have to deal with it. That's where I'm going with this. I like Mike McCarthy. Is he perfect? They'll have times, we all see it. There'll be times where we question what we're doing, or like we're trying to set something. I feel like we're always trying to set something up for down the road instead of just taking what's there. It seems like we're either blowing teams out or we haven't won too many close games. I know the Detroit game, I know. There has been some close games, but I think we have more blowouts than any team in recent history. If you just look at all the scores this year, especially at home. Well, especially at home, but on the road as well. But we're not as consistent on the road. That's obvious. So my question to you is, and I don't want to think negatively, we're winning on Sunday, but the only way I would see McCarthy not returning as the coach is if we lose on Sunday. Then with all the numbers, everything going our way, I think you would have to make a change for change purpose. And I say that because it aligned really good for you this year. Thank you, Eagles. Thank you for going 1-5 in your last 6 against that unbelievably easy schedule. Thank you. We took it. We took advantage of it. We're the number 2. So thank you so much, Philadelphia Eagles and Howie Roseman and Jalen Hurts. Thank you. And oh, by the way, Dracula, who everybody wants to fire him now. Thank you. But if for some reason we weren't able to get the job done against Green Bay, then I think you may see McCarthy gone. Thinking about it, fast forward into a game 2, who would we play that would be so? Who would we play in round 2 that? Who would we play in round 2 that would be so good that we wouldn't be favored at home? And again, this would come up again. If we can't get the job done now, when everything is lined up for us, to at least to get to the championship game, okay? To at least to get to the championship game. Now, you may say, why are we trying? It's my job. I'm thinking about possibilities. I'm going to predict a big win for us. I don't foresee a problem. But this goes into next week as well. My thing is, with the whole Dan Quinn thing circulating, and Will McClay and Dan Quinn being a package deal to go somewhere, listen, if we get to the championship game, we'll be on the road, most likely, against the Niners, unless they choke. Then, it's hard to hold McCarthy responsible at that point. But these next 2, that's just the job you have, man. That's just how it works. That's just how the cookie crumbles in the NFL. You got to find ways to get it done. So it will be very interesting, God forbid. Now, I still think we have a good chance to bring them both back, McClay and Dan Quinn. But I'm just saying, if we can't get the job done under this circumstance, 2 home games, you need to get to the championship game. And then, I think you're safe. I really do. I think there's an honest, I can be honest and say he deserves it. But until then, we're going to be heavy favorites at home. We just are. That's how it works. And the following that some of these players have with Dan Quinn makes you think, right? It really does make you think. Again, not trying to be negative. I think we're winning big on Sunday, but I just wanted to point out, teams are calling for Dan Quinn and Will McClay. The Commanders, really? We're going to see them in division, and they're going to take our lead guy because 81-year-old Jerry Jones doesn't want to lose the general manager title. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Don't forget for my lunchtime chat later. I promise I will do one, and I will talk to everybody later. Peace out. Late.